Okay, we're recording. Yep. Today we're going to talk about a dangerous theory. And that's all it is, okay? It's just a theory. Some might call it a conspiracy. To begin with, we have to talk about this guy, Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, he said some crazy shit, and we'll get into that in a minute. He said some crazy shit recently, but many people believe that he is dead. Have you heard this? People saying that he is dead? Well, let me tell you, even if this is true or not, he's not allowed to be dead just yet. He's not allowed to be dead because he has a task to complete. He has a mission to complete, and he will have to complete this mission, dead or alive. Okay, so let's get into this. Now, of course, Benjamin Netanyahu is the Prime Minister of Israel, and under his leadership, Israel has been committing a lot of, shall we say, preemptive self-defense. A lot of preemptive self-defense. That's one way of saying it, right? Preemptive self-defense. And Benjamin Netanyahu, old Bibi here, he's been trying to drag America into a war with Iran. He's been trying to use America as a golem against his enemies in Iran. You know, Iran, they're no real threat to anyone in the West, in America. But he's been saying that they are a threat and they will have nukes any day now. He's been saying that for 30 years. Now, in a recent speech, with this in mind, he said some crazy shit, right? I'm gonna read it to you because I don't want to play the video because of YouTube, but I'll read it to you. Now, also, I want you to bear in mind this as well. The US is mostly a Christian nation, and he wants to drag them, he wants to pull them into a war, right? Bear that in mind. He says this: Jesus Christ has no advantage over Genghis Khan. If you are strong enough, ruthless enough, and powerful enough, evil will overcome good. Now, if you want to drag a Christian nation into a war to help you, I don't think talking about Jesus Christ in this way and saying he has no advantage over Genghis Khan, I don't think that's a good move, especially if you want $200 billion from this country as well. I don't think that's a good move. What do you think? He also said this: you're going to be blackmailed in ways you can't even imagine. You're going to be blackmailed in ways you can't even imagine. Now, when he says this, he's talking about Iran blackmailing the world. But when you think about blackmail, does Iran come to mind? Do you instantly think Iran when you think the word blackmail? You know, an advanced blackmail operation against leaders and prominent people around the world, like a kind of a sting of some kind. Do you think about Iran? Iran doesn't come to my mind, okay? And when you look at this speech, the idea of Jesus Christ would not be able to overcome Genghis Khan, the idea of good being beaten by evil and blackmail, right? When you think about this, you can see how Benjamin Netanyahu, how he sees the world, his perspective on how the world is run and how the natural state of mankind is. He basically has this might makes right attitude. In fact, this speech, Genghis Khan, Jesus Christ, this could be pulled out of the book, Might is Right. Do you know what this book is? Now, this is a very controversial book. It was written in the late 1800s. It was supposedly penned by Ragnar Redbeard. So as you can tell, it's kind of a parody. I would say it's a parody of extreme social Darwinism. And I'll just read some of it for you, just so you understand where this book's coming from, right? Hate for hate and ruth for ruth, eye for eye and tooth for tooth, scorn for scorn and smile for smile, love for love and guile for guile, war for war and woe for woe, blood for blood and blow for blow. So yeah, the book goes hard. The book goes hard, I'm not going to lie. Although the book is very cool, I wouldn't take it too seriously. It glorifies the warrior spirit. It glorifies strength overall. But at the same time, it's extremely nihilistic, anti-humanitarian, and elitist, I would say. If everyone followed this book, the world would be complete chaos, right? It's not a good way of reflecting how the world is. But I would say this is how Bibi sees the world. In fact, you could summarize the book like this: if you are strong enough, ruthless enough, and powerful enough, evil will overcome good. That's how he sees the world, and that's reflected in this book. But at the same time, this book is quite anti-Christian, right? It says that he who turns the other cheek is a cowardly dog, a Christian dog. And also, it says quite anti-Semitic stuff. Yeah, it says quite anti-Semitic stuff. Now, is that related to this video? Not at all. But what it does say is that you can use religion in order to control people and manipulate people. You can use religion to manipulate people. And it says that the world is caught in a Semitic spider web. I didn't say that, the book said it, okay? Now, with this might is right or might makes right mindset, what do you think you would be capable of? What do you think Benjamin Netanyahu would be capable of with this mindset? I would say some fucked up shit. Not only that, what would he be capable of if he had an elitist mindset towards his tribe or his nation? I would say he would do anything for his nation in order to achieve his goals, right? Including, hypothetically, now this is just a hypothetical, let's say you wanted a European nation to help you in the war effort against Iran. Let's say you wanted Britain to join in the war and fight on your behalf. What would you do? Well, hypothetically, I would attack a small airbase in the middle of the ocean that belonged to Great Britain, and I would blame it on Iran, therefore bolstering the war effort against Iran and maybe dragging Britain into a war. I would do something like that, hypothetically, if I had this might makes right attitude. But I don't. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. What is their goal? What is Bibi Netanyahu's goal on behalf of his tribe? What is he trying to achieve in the Middle East? Now, when you look at a map, you can see the plan for Israel in the Middle East is plain as day, right? It's so obvious. Israel has allied itself with Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, the UAE. It has these nations under its thumb. It has successfully toppled Iraq and Syria. And as you can see, there's just one puzzle piece missing, Iran. And once they have Iran, once they have all these nations under their thumb, they will have so much power, it's unreal. See, the Middle East, not only does it have a shitload of resources like oil and gas and minerals and stuff like this, it also has the trade routes that connect the East to the West. It has all the trade routes between it. It's an unreal amount of power that Israel will have once they accomplish this goal. And if you don't think this is true, all you have to do is see that it's on the badges of Israeli soldiers. They have this greater project map on their badges. Like, it's plain as day. It's right there in your face. And when Netanyahu says that you will be blackmailed in ways you can't imagine, he's talking about Iran blocking the Strait of Hormuz, the shipping lane above their country. They've currently blocked that, and they're also charging extortionate prices to allow ships to go through it, right? That's the blackmail he's talking about. Now, when Israel have this power, do you think they won't do the same shit? They'll do the same thing, right? See, the thing is, Israel are really pissed off because they chose the only little bumfuck country in the Middle East that doesn't have oil or resources. It doesn't really have anything. And that pissed them off. So they want the rest of the pie. They want the power. They want the rest of it, right? So that's the plan. Now, you probably already know all this because a lot of people know this now. People are waking up to what's happening in the Middle East and what has been happening in the Middle East for the past 30, 40 years. You know, people were directing their anger towards Syria and Iraq and other countries like this. But now we are seeing that there's a common denominator for all these issues in the Middle East, and it's Israel. It's Israel, right? But here's the thing. Israel don't give a fuck. They don't seem to give a fucking monkeys if everyone hates them. They do not care. They are creating themselves. They are making themselves almost like an enemy of the world. But they don't seem to care. Even if they start World War III to achieve their goals, they do not care. Now, what's this all about? Now, some people are saying that they're doing this on purpose, like it's some sort of prophecy that they must fulfill. I understand that perspective. But I think there's another plan in play. And this plan revolves around Benjamin Netanyahu. See, he's been through all this for the past 30 odd years. He's been there the whole time. And they are going to use him as a scapegoat to justify all this. They will use Benjamin Netanyahu to achieve their goals. Once they've toppled Iran and once they've conquered the Middle East, they've got the Middle East under their thumb one way or another. Once they've achieved that, they will then blame everything that they've been doing, everything that they've done for the past 30 odd years. They will blame it on Benjamin Netanyahu. They will use him as a scapegoat for all this. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see where I'm going with this? You build up Benjamin Netanyahu as the evil guy, as the tyrannical leader in Israel. And you blame everything on him over the past 30 years. And then, once you've accomplished the goal, once you conquered the Middle East, then you elect a new guy and he says all the right things. He says we should be friends with everyone in the Middle East. We should create peace in the world. He seems like a new leader of Israel that everyone likes. And he's saying and doing all the right things. But by then, the job is already done. They've already destroyed the Middle East. They've already done the damage. The damage is done. They've accomplished their goal already. And therefore, people will forgive Israel. People will blame everything on Benjamin Netanyahu. But it's the same people. It's the same government. Now, can you see why I said that even if Benjamin Netanyahu was dead, they would have to keep him alive? They have to keep him alive using artificial intelligence. They would have to do this because they still need him. They still need his evil presence in order to accomplish their goals. The job is not done yet. Once the job is done, then he can go away. Then they can blame everything on him. See what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying he is dead. I don't know if he's dead. I don't know. Does anyone know? I know that a lot of the recent video footage of him does look like it was AI generated, so that is a bit strange, but who knows? I don't know. This is all just a fun theory as well. I don't know what Israel's goal is in the Middle East. This is just a fun theory from some random Welsh guy. You can ignore all this. But saying that, can you see that they are building Bibi up as the scapegoat? Can you see that they are building him up as the evil presence that is doing all this? I can see this. Some of the stuff he is saying is so outlandish. Some of the stuff they are doing is so outlandish. It's insane, bombing schools and hospitals. They will be more than happy to have someone to blame all that on once they've reaped the benefits. Can you see this? And you might think that Netanyahu would be unhappy with his legacy being one of a scapegoat or evil presence. You might think he would be unhappy about this, but that's not the case. He is more than happy to be the scapegoat his tribe requires. He is more than happy to be the sacrificial lamb, the mulk offering, the burnt offering that his tribe requires in order to succeed. He will die a very happy man, knowing that he has accomplished his goals, and his children will continue to live prosperous lives under the protection of the tribe. It will continue that way. He is more than happy to be this. He will die a happy man. See, Israel don't play by the rules. That's the thing. They think that they are above the law, international law. To be honest, a lot of countries don't abide by international law, to be honest. It's a bullshit thing anyway, right? Especially America. But usually when America break international laws, it's on behalf of Israel anyway, so that's funny. This is their attitude. Statute books and golden rules were made to fetter slaves and fools. So laws and rules that are being put in place, they are for the cattle, they are for the lower classes, they are not for us. We can do what we want in order to achieve our goals. And usually they do. These bad people, they rise to the top, you know. And the reason for that is the world lieth in the sway of the wicked one. It's as simple as that. The world is kind of ruled by evil, and evil people rise and good people fall. I wish I believed in karma. Unfortunately, I don't believe in karma. It doesn't seem to be, I don't know, who knows? Maybe there'll be ants in the next life or some shit. I don't know. I don't believe in hell either, which sucks. So it looks like they're just going to rise to the top and they're going to die wealthy. But, you know, they'll be knobheads. So that's just the case. Bibi will die a knobhead thinking that he's achieved something, but he will just die a knobhead. And that's it.